Yo, what is up, guys? Why is my hair like that? It looks weird. Why is it not focused? My microphone just fell. Why is the camera not focusing? Okay, there. Yeah, my microphone just fell off. Okay, this is gonna take a second. I mean, I don't even see how this happened. Like, of course, negligence of me not tying it back up correctly, but and of course, it's when I start streaming. Okay, it's almost on. Just needs a little more screwing in. We're good now. It's a little lower than it used to be. I think it used, yeah, I can see the visible line where it was, but we're good. The camera has now focused. Today we'll be driving historic Formula One cars and GT3 cars in general. Um, the main one is the MP4/4 and the MP4/6, which are my absolute favorite Formula One cars, being the two cars that Ayrton Senna drove, and the MP4/6 being the last V10 winning championship car. So those are ones we will be driving, as well as other very much historic cars among those as well. Which again, I haven't streamed in a while, which is this is what I hate. Like, I don't stream and it feels like it's been a year since I last streamed, which is like, I love streaming and stuff, so it is like kind of poopy whenever I don't get to stream. But yeah, and again, keep in mind that I will be driving the MP4/6 and the MP4/4 with H-gate shifters, meaning it's a H-gate shifter. I think my entire audience knows what an H-gate shifter is. It's for manual cars. We will not be using paddles. We will be driving the RB7 of Sebastian Vettel, which uses paddles, but the primary cars that we will be driving today will not have paddles. Also, you guys remember how I was saying that these gloves were, I think, the worst gloves I've ever bought? Look at this. The other glove just lost the Velcro. None of them close now. I drive like this. They don't close. The good thing is that they're kind of tight, so they don't slide off. But what is that? Like, I have to drive with this. I like to feel it tight here. We will also probably be racing No Hezi or driving No Hezi. Um, Also Audi 2026 Formula One cars. And here it is, the MP4/4. I'm not going to share my screen just yet. I will talk a little bit more before we do that. I don't think you guys have seen much of me driving I don't think you guys have seen me drive manual cars that much. You guys have seen me drive like stuff with paddle shifters. That's like basically all I drive. But you guys, I don't think you guys have ever seen me, or maybe once or twice, seen me drive a car with an H-gate shifter, which I can drive in very well. I'm very good at driving with manual transmission. Trying to open up the view count. It's taking a while. Okay. Is my headset turned on? It is not. It's so cold here in Texas. I know for a lot of you guys, it's like 80 degrees. It is 50 degrees, I think, right now, or 40. It is very, very cold. Yeah. MP4/4. We will be also racing the RB20 or the RB19, and again today we are not doing. Oh yeah, Alancia Stratos HF Turbo. We will not be driving iRacing today, or we might just not race, drive the Formula 4 car because the new season hasn't came out with a schedule yet, which is kind of annoying. I wish I could, because usually I'd be practicing in the morning or yesterday. We will be racing right now, and then we will race tomorrow and the day after. I'm just gonna have to wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be streaming practice, and then we will race, because as of now they are racing at Circuito Zandvoort, or Circuit Zandvoort. That is the one in the Netherlands where Max Verstappen's from, right? Yeah, the Netherlands. And as of now, it just shows that as the next one, because it's still on week 13 for iRacing. So we're gonna have to wait. I'm gonna wait till today at 6:30 is the last race for week 13, and then after that they update it. So whatever comes after is what we will be racing tomorrow. I do also want to start racing IndyCar. IndyCar looks really fun. IndyCar came here to Arlington like yesterday, literally yesterday. Actually, it was Sunday morning. So that was really, really cool. To see them come to a city that I grew up in is pretty cool. Global MX5 Cup is different. Funny forecast for our GT3 challenge. We will not be racing GT3 for the start of this season. We will instead be racing GT4, which I wish I would have joined GT4. They're racing at Spa currently. But everybody's having like the one track per day. I also want to buy the Nordschleifer just because it's that good of a racetrack. I'm gonna move my camera now, or share the screen at least. There we go. I think that's pretty good now. Let's move it center. And I already downloaded the race schedule like 3 times on my computer, and it just shows the same thing for week 13. I think it's because my hands are so cold that it's not working with my gloves, because it's very cold around here. But yeah, um, Chinese Grand Prix. I absolutely butchered my sleep schedule. Stayed up till 4 in the morning watching the Chinese Grand Prix. It's the first time I ever watched it. I had never watched it before because of the time. But this time I was like, if I'm gonna watch it, I might as well. And also Kimi Antonelli, who's my favorite drivers are Checo Perez, Max Verstappen, and Kimi Antonelli. Those three. To see Kimi Antonelli qualify pole and be the youngest pole sitter ever, it's very cool to see, especially coming from one of my favorite drivers. And it's just a big chance for him to win his first race. So I was like, shoot, why not watch it? It was pretty good. I'm not a fan with Red Bull's performance. Red Bull is my favorite team. It always has been. It always will be. That's the team that I want to drive for. But yeah, it's just I hope to see better from them in the future. Again, these new regulations, I'm not a fan of them at all, nor are the drivers. Um, I don't like that it's more of a battery conservation rather than actual racing. It's more so like an interchanging of positions every couple of minutes. It'll overtake, and then the guy behind you uses the boost button to overtake you again. This isn't racing, that's just interchanging positions. But it was really cool to see Kimi Antonelli get his first win with Mercedes, and just a win in general. He's a Grand Prix winner. But also to see Lewis Hamilton and the Ferrari finally get to the podium. That was great to see, especially after the absolutely horrible season that they had last year. But it doesn't seem like Red Bull. Hopefully they have a chance. There's going to be no Formula 1 in April due to the cancellation of the races in the Middle East. So hopefully that gives them time to fix the car. Also Aston Martin. I was really kind of looking forward to Fernando Alonso getting his third world championship, but it's not happening with Aston Martin. Maybe next year. But anybody with a Mercedes engine is qualifying for the world championship. But the McLarens did not start, nor did the Williams of Alex Albon, and nor did the Audi of Gabriel Bortoleto. None of them were able to win or to even turn on the car, which was pretty disappointing. These new regulations, they bring a lot of reliability issues. Again, this is the first year, and reliability issues usually come with new regulations because they're manufacturing new engines from scratch. So that's a big thing also. But Max Verstappen is still, like, the car had to retire, and to be honest, like, yeah, Max Verstappen's retiring by the end of his contract, which it'll be cool to see him in World Endurance. Me personally, I follow IndyCar, Formula One, World Endurance, and anything GT3 or GT4 racing. I usually watch it. So to see him jump into another series that I very much follow and race in is very cool. But then again, he's the GOAT of Formula One, and to see him leave, or to see multiple world champions leave because of the new regulations and because the cars are so bad is kind of sad to see. But hopefully they change something, because again, the regulations, they are not permanent. They can be changed. So yeah, hopefully we see a change in that. And but I'm really, like, this is a big but, because as of now, George Russell is in the most title contention, in the most championship contention to win it. But it'd be really, really cool to see if Kimi Antonelli can really push himself, and get out Lewis Hamilton, like, second year win, like, second year championship, because I'd be insane to see another, like, very much, how do I put it, because there's world champions, and then there's drivers like Senna and Verstappen and Vettel and Schumacher, who really, like, I don't want to say the GOATs, because that's not, like, a good, it's like the epitome of racing, the racing legends. If I get to live, because I have seen Max Verstappen win his championships, but for Kimi Antonelli to get a second year championship, that would be super cool to see, and I genuinely think it's very possible. He's a very, very good driver. Was able to stay in front of George Russell for a lot of laps, but yeah. As of now, should I swap my steering wheel? Right now I'm racing the Formula wheel, which, yeah, I'm gonna swap the wheel, to which I have to get out. I'm gonna swap to the circular one, just because these cars also had circular wheels. There we go. Okay, we have the wheel on. Try again. See what the view count is at. This usually takes not too long. It takes like a second or two. But yeah, this is the car, the MP4/4. Beautiful car. My absolute favorite Formula One car out of all of them by far. Just because Ayrton Senna is such a big influence in my racing career. Like, the way Senna was just connected to the car in every single way, it's very fascinating. But we will be driving his car with manual transmission. I am using a clutch, which, oh, you guys can't see it, but where the social down over here, like, I don't know if you guys, the middle of the windshield, like, see the middle of the screen, go a little bit to the side, and there should be a telemetry, a pedal telemetry. I don't know if you guys can see it. You guys probably can, because the socials are right there. But if you guys can, which I can't see the screen, OBS is right here, but it's currently covered because I'm of the triple monitors. The blue pedal trace is for the clutch. So let me put my, The green one is for the throttle, and as you guys know, the red one's for brake. I don't think, yeah, my handbrake is not connected, but again, if you guys listen, you guys will hear a turbo. This is a 1.6 liter V6 twin turbo, making up to 1100 horsepower in qualifying mode. And we are driving it with a H-gate shifter. And this is a hard car to drive, I will say, but it's very fun. Again, these cars are very low downforce. Although they are older Formula One cars, they are low downforce. If you don't drive them correctly, they'll just spin. Hit the wall. But again, I'm gonna set up a pedal cam one of these days. I have the other camera, I just haven't set it up yet. I wish you guys could see how I'm doing heel toe shift braking. Again, I'm gonna open up the screen, like my camera. It's a pretty bad explanation how I'm gonna give it to you guys, but imagine the three pedals. Again, it is inverted for you guys because the camera's like this, but can I flip the thing? Image. More, let's see. That doesn't do any. Oh, here, mirror image. Oh, that looks weird. That looks very weird. But it follows the same thing. Is this better? Let me know, guys. Do you guys like that more or less? I'm not a big fan of it. That is my curtain. Huh. It's better for me, but okay. This is the accelerator. This is the brake. This is the clutch. During braking, my foot, usually your left foot goes on the brake, your right foot goes on the accelerator, and you would just like brake, accelerate, because that is for a car with paddle shifters. You just or sometimes in very rare occasions, the steering wheel has a clutch paddle underneath the. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this at all. Don't mirror image. But yeah, basically what's happening is this is the accelerator. Again, I am doing this inverted. This is for you guys. This one right here is the accelerator. This is the brake. This is the clutch. During braking and when you have to downshift, I shift my foot from the accelerator to the brake. I brake, put the clutch, and when I downshift, I move my foot over to the accelerator, raise the RPMs. It puts it easy on the transmission to downshift into a better gear, and it's just better in general. It's better for speed and for downshifting and all of that. Hello, princess. Thank you for being here. Uh, yeah. Thank you for being here, my love. It means a lot. But yeah, we will be racing. Why didn't I close my camera thing? We will not be racing today. Um, sorry. We will be driving historic Formula One cars. I need the camera thing to open. I'm not a fan of how much is exposed over there. Mm-hmm. Is that good? Down a little bit lower. I need a new mouse yesterday. Not a new mouse specifically, but like I use this one. This is a Logitech MX Ergo. I absolutely love this mouse. Instead of it having a laser at the bottom, it's just like this. I really like it because it's, again, ergonomic. I spend a lot of time at the computer. Again, streaming and YouTube creation, YouTube content creation, and TikTok and Instagram. It's not just about playing games. Again, a lot of people have that misconception. Making YouTube videos involves editing, planning, a lot of times buying stuff. Usually for every single stream, at least like once per week, I have to buy like a racetrack or a race car specific to that week. And I maximize the usage of that. But the reason I like this mouse is because it's ergonomic for one, like, and I'm not moving my stuff like this. And also I can like move the angle of the thing. Again, I have no idea where there's a quarter down there, but yeah, the bottom of this is magnetic. The angle moves. But yeah, the only thing I would change about this one is that this is on $100 mouse, which is an insane price. I would never pay that for this mouse. The only reason I own it is because I found it at a thrift store for like 12 bucks. It was an absolute steal. It came with everything, even the receiver. So it was just a really good deal. And it's just my mouse. The only thing is that it only came with one receiver. I think they usually come with two. And I have to be like right now, obviously the receiver's on my computer up there. But sometimes when I want to use my iMac, I need to take that one off, put it over there. Or sometimes I'll have it on my laptop and I'll throw it over there. It's such a minimal hassle, but it's just enough that it's kind of annoying. But I absolutely love the mouse. And I think it's just a matter of me opening this thing and just like cleaning the contacts. Because the only thing is that whenever you press click and you hold it, it shutters or like it flickers the signal. So it usually like lets go of the thing or something. But yeah, we are driving Ayrton Senna's MP4/4 with manual shifting. We are using an H-gate shifter. One of these days I'll get the pedal cam to show you guys, but if you guys listen, it is a turbocharged twin turbo V6. Revs up to 13,000 RPM. What should we do today? Um, I know it's pretty random, but then again, sometimes on days like this, I have no idea what to do on stream. Like, I have the schedule for iRacing has not released yet, so I have no idea what we're gonna be driving tomorrow. So we can't practice for that. I'm gonna look up Senna's qualifying lap at Suzuka. Senna and Prost had that famous rivalry. I think it was 1992. Um, and they crashed here. Yeah, it was 92. This was the one race I think where they were both because they won 15 of 16 races, and I believe, okay, yeah, 1989 was, yeah. 1989 was the year of the MP4/4. See right here. Pre-race, pre-qualifying. Where's qualifying? How fast was it? Yeah, because Senna and Prost both crashed in this race. Okay, Senna set a 139. No, a 138. He set a 139.493 in Q1. Then a 138.0 in Q2. I'm going to drive this car to the best of my knowledge. Let's see. Okay, so the slowest lap was a 147 in Q2. Which again, yeah, we're gonna drive this car to the best of to the best of its limits. I'm gonna push the car to its limits again. I might not be pushing the car as fast as I would like, but that's just we're gonna see what happens. And as of now, the fastest lap ever at Suzuka was by the RB21, hitting a 126.98. Don't really have to go down. I'm on the lap time thing, but all it shows is like, yeah, it shows current modern cars. Modern barely. Like a lot of the cars are like the Red Bull RB7. Let's drive it again. Our fastest lap, from what I remember, from what I drove this car yesterday, was a 209. But then again, this car, I know I can find a whole lot of time. And I got shifted out of gear. Again, this is Senna's car. I very much respect this car. I very much love this car. This is my absolute favorite Formula One car. And yeah, we're gonna drive it to the best of our limits, to the best of its limits. I'll do a couple laps. Let's try to beat Senna. I know that is an insane, like, milestone, but let's try to beat Senna. The time to beat is a 142. Okay. I downshifted into second instead of third, which caused the rear to lock, and I do think the rear tires are now overheated. But let's keep going. These cars have insane amounts of torque. Like, it spins out at 90 miles per hour. Let's make this warm-up lap. Next lap will be the push lap. Let's just try to find some of the limit on this lap. Okay, see right there, I took trail braking. I kept trail braking for a long period of time right there. And the rear spins. Why is that? Weight transfer. Trail braking transfers the weight from the rear to the front. These cars are not high downforce, meaning when the weight is more towards the front, the rear has no weight to keep it stable. Same thing that happened to Isaac Hadjar. If you guys watch the Chinese Grand Prix on lap 6, Isaac Hadjar spun while attacking Nico Hülkenberg's Audi, I think. There was some Alpine. So yeah, that's just the same thing that happens. In his instance, it was because he had the new active aero, which reduces drag. But by reducing drag, you also reduce downforce. It's always that corner. Let's see what this could have been. How... Oh, that could have been a good lap. You know what? Yeah, let's just keep going. Next lap will be our push lap, the good one. This is our second warm-up lap. My pedal plate is shifting. my brake pedal, it's like the plate where I like rest my foot is shifting because I'm moving my foot. So okay, I'm in neutral. Okay, the exit of this corner is very important. This lap's got to be a good one. Aw, dang it. Okay. I will reset. That could have been a great lap. The S's of Suzuka were going absolutely great. Let's try again. Also, I know this might be, but like, my uncle's coming to visit in around a month and a half. I'm gonna drive this car. I want to see because this is a car that I want him to drive on the simulator. And look, I'm pretty good in this car, but then again, I'm used to cars with paddle shifters. I mean, even Charles Leclerc, not speaking down on him or anything, but it's just us drivers who are more used to cars nowadays with high downforce. Even GT3 cars have traction control and ABS. We're not used to cars from this era where you're more connected. Again, that's a thing that I don't like with the new regulations. It's more so like less connection with the car, more connection with the computer. Even, I think, don't quote me on this, but I believe it was George Russell or Lando Norris. Again, I'm not 100% sure on this. Who said, you're not driving the car to the limit anymore. You're driving the power unit to the limit. Which is, I agree 100%. If you look at this MP4/4, you see a car that is car and driver. Engine, driver, no computer interfering. That again, I do think a computer is necessary for sensors, all of that stuff. Formula One is very technical. But I would love to see the era of the 90s Formula One come back. Again, in safety, because the Formula One in the 90s was not a safe time. My absolute favorite driver ended up dying at the 1994 San Marino Grand Prix at Imola because of a time where safety regulations were not a thing. So although I do agree with a lot of the regulations that come with it, I hope to see a time where the cars and driver are the only things there. Like in the time of Senna. Senna had an insane control of the car. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm going to keep practicing on this car. There's a car I want to dominate. Ayrton Senna is someone who I very much look up to as well, alongside Suelio Almeida and Max Verstappen, drivers who I very much look up to, drivers who I hope to be like someday. But this is a car that I will continue practicing because it's such a cool car to drive. I mean, just listening to that, it was a V6. The MP4/6 was a V10. I need to replace that transmission now. This MP4/4. MP4/6. The MP4/6 had a V12, and the MP4/4. Yeah, the MP4/4, which is the car we're driving, has a 1.5 liter V6 twin turbo, and it still sounds absolutely insane. It sounds great. I do need to restart the session. I absolutely destroyed the transmission. Let's do as many laps as we can. Next lap will be our push lap. Again, this is warm-up lap. There's one thing I see. The car doesn't like to steer when it's in the grass. Like, either... Yeah, see, we're stuck. Okay, I never thought it would just get stuck. That actually makes sense. We're hitting the floor. Keep momentum going. Okay, let's finish this warm-up lap. Okay, the torque is... It's the turbo lag also that contributes towards that. I have to do another lap now that I destroyed the car. I don't know. I didn't hit anything. That is still good. We don't have to reset. The goal is just to finish the out lap and get to the push lap, because I do want to see where I stand out. $219 for the out lap. Destroyed that downshift. I've butchered this lap on many occasions. Yep, just very twitchy car. Let's go one more lap after this one. I think my phone just fell. It was a 155, which is not bad. My keyboard fell. Again, this will not be the last time you guys see me driving this car. I will be driving this car on a lot of occasions now. Now that I have access to the car at least. But let's drive something else for today. Again, I've absolutely destroyed the transmission of this car as well as the engine. We will still be racing Suzuka. Or should we race Spa? Yeah, here we go. The RB6. You know what? Let's drive this one. Um, I'm more of a fan of this one. That's Mark Webber. Is this Vettel? Yeah, it's Vettel. Beautiful car. Okay, let's drive that one. And I need to swap out my steering wheel. I think it's just not cooperating at all. Actually, dang. I just realized how late it was. Dang. We will be racing tomorrow. Hopefully. The racing schedule should come out at 6:30. That's the time that they release, or the last race of the day usually runs to. Yeah. I will practice tonight and tomorrow morning for the race tomorrow. I don't know what time I'll be streaming. I never do. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to everybody for watching me drive Ayrton Senna's car into a wall multiple times. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please follow me on all of my socials. YouTube, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok. It helps a lot. Again, the dream is to get me from YouTube streaming to get me to Formula One. and GT3 Racing. So everybody watching, please follow me on all of my socials. Like this stream, I gives more exposure. The streams get saved as videos, and the more likes, the more exposure I get. I would appreciate it a lot. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my beautiful princess, my love, for watching my streams. It means a lot for you to watch my streams. And thank you to everybody else for watching. I will be streaming tomorrow. We will be racing Formula 4 or practicing Formula 4. Definitely something involving Formula 4 though. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.